And we are live. Hey everybody, I hopefully have fixed my mic problem from the previous episode. Hopefully. You good? Okay, yeah, we're good. But yeah, welcome back to CoopCouchGaming, all you Coop operatives out there. Still somebody else jumping by today. So, back into some more Dark Cloud. Unfortunately, last episode, I'll go ahead and switch this over. But unfortunately, last episode, while I was able to catch a lot of fish, as well as two of them being the infamous Nonky that we need, none of them were the size we needed. Which means we're gonna have to get more bait. Which means we're gonna have to hunt through the dungeon again. Like I said, I'm okay with that though. Because that means, like, and that's kind of the way that I'm looking at this. Like, instead of grinding through the dungeon in order to acquire, like, upgrade materials for your weapons and stuff, in this game, you're doing a lot of grinding to get, like, the bait or other quest items, essentially. So, like, in terms of time for time, right? Like, I feel like this is this game's version of grinding, whereas in Dark Cloud 1, you know, it had its own versions of grinding, right? So, like, I can't hate the grind too much. Like, this is just how this game expresses its grind, which is a little bit different than what, you know, I had gotten used to with, you know, the first game. And again, you know, treating my review, if you will, of this game, you know, fairly. I'm looking at it, you know, this game for what it is, and the grind for this game is not unreasonable, at least not yet. Like, if we do grind up a bunch more bait, do more fishing, and then still are not able to catch the Nonky, then I'll have some words about this, because at that point, like, as far as the Nonky grind for this quest, like, this quest is already collectively, in terms of the fishing part as well as the item acquisition part, like trying to actually get the bait, so far we're almost 3 hours into the Nonky quest, which, you know, depending on the kind of gamer you are, like, that may or may not be really long, right? Sorry, as you can see, I still have not repaired from my bronchitis as of, you know, last episode. So, sorry about my throat, as well as my voice, as well as my occasional cough. But no, like, as somebody who enjoys old school RuneScape and understands the true nature of the grind, 3 hours is not really that long to deal with, like, one quest. Sorry, man, got a coughing fit all of a sudden. Let me drink some more water, didn't I? Yeah, mic's still good. I was just wanting to double check. But no, like, 3 hours for a single quest is really not that long. You know, some people, like, if you were get the their average Call of Duty gamer on the line and say, hey, play this one level in this one section for 3 hours, they would just be like, no. Like, yeah, I feel like there's definitely an audience that would say nope to the idea of a 3 hour quest. But nope, I'm down for it. I'll spend hours on a single Slayer quest that gives me half a level, if that. Let alone, you know, spending even more time than that. Like, sometimes, man, like, sometimes if Like if you get on a real good grind in RuneScape, man, like you could spend like straight up like 8+ hours like doing just a single task. And it's like, yes, I am in the mood for the grind. Also, I love how the skeletons don't even stand a chance anymore. But I will say, so if, you know, keeping in line with the, like, treating this game for just this game, right? I feel like the level progression is maybe, like, at least for this bit, the level progression is a little wonky. Because the thing is, at this point, we've redone the dungeon enough times to where, like, we're definitely over-leveled for our weapons, right? Like, we're at the point now where we can basically one-shot almost every enemy, whether it be with the darn hammer or with the hand cannon. And part of the reason why that is because we've had to grind up so much, both like crafting material, like we had to do that, but also the fishing bait. Like if we acquire more fishing bait now, that's essentially going to put us at like we're gonna have just monsters of weapons by the time we're done. Like we're not even at the boss of this section yet, of this area. You know what I mean? Like we haven't even beaten the boss. But by the time we get to the boss is gonna be a cakewalk. Like, or at least if I had to take a wild guess, it's probably going to be a cakewalk. Simply because like we're just power leveled at this point. But this is and again, like the fishing like is purely RNG, so like, you know, somebody might catch it on their first try versus us who we've struggled at fishing for a little bit now. But in terms of level progression, if what I'm doing is the normal way, if you will, as far as like just a normal playthrough, like if what I'm doing as far as like acquiring the bait is the normal route that you're supposed to play this game in, then that means, yeah, you will have like power leveled your weapon to the point where like this area is just like a cakewalk. I don't know whether they intentionally did that, like, you know, trying to make it to where like they'll throw a surprise like, oh, super difficult boss, and then you leveled up. But I don't feel like that's going to be the case, though, is the problem. You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be like, I feel like the boss is going to be as easy as the areas that you go through, right? So we'll end up clearing the boss like no problem. Which I mean, you know, I'm okay with, but I feel like we've just gotten to the point where like we've kind of power leveled. Just because of having to do this over and over again, you know what I mean? So, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Like, if anything, I mean, this is part of the grind of the game, man. Like, that's what it comes down to. It's like, this is how the game's decided to address, like, the grind. I mean, we've already gotten quite a bit of material already, so that's not half bad. Like, but yeah, in terms of, yeah, this game just addresses its grind mechanic in this way. And to its credit, like, it does keep the grind within, like, the parameters of the quest that you're trying to do, right? Like, in Dark Cloud 1, if you did grind, it was, like, for your own, like, your own goal, right? Which I do like. I like being able to set your own goals. But to this game's credit, it does give you that element of grind, but doesn't take you out of the quest that you are heading into, right? So the whole reason we're grinding now, not only are we getting materials, which is great, you know, that's a side effect of this quest, is we'll end up with a lot of materials, leveled up weapons, and be all around just more powerful, right? So that's a side effect. The primary reason is because this is what our quest requires us to do. Right now our quest is such... Oh, I missed! They don't. Yeah, our quest right now is such to where we have to go and get more bait. So the bait is our main goal, but as a side effect of that, oh garbage, my darn gun broke. See, now this is one thing I will praise this game on. Like, this game is a lot more chill when it comes to its weapon system. Like, this game is nice and relaxed when it comes to its weapon system. Like, I thoroughly enjoy the weapons in this. Because, like, you don't have to worry, like, nearly as much, man. Like, the first game is brutal when it comes to its weapon mechanic. So, like, having, like, this level of, like, sort of just, like, let's just play the game and have fun. Like, oh, it's such a nice change of pace. Like, overall, like, even then, like, the combat in this is just superior, in my opinion, as well. Like, the combat, the weapons, like, those are all very, very good things about this game. Compared to the first. Like, don't get me wrong, like, the first had its good point. Right, really? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, whack-a-mole over here, I tell you what. Whack-a-mole! Garbage. I messed it up. Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole. So I will say, like, this is actually interesting, because I didn't really notice until now. So, the different wrenches that you can build each have different attack speeds and patterns. Like, I thought that they were all identical, but no. So this is, so that's interesting. So in a way, they basically undid the need to have multiple different characters that you would switch between. They just basically threw different weapon modules onto the 2 characters that you do get. Plus whatever transformation whatevers you end up with, right? But in terms of, like, your 2 main cast, like, each of them have their own different modules that they build from, which is, I mean, that's pretty cool. Like, I will say, like, that's a cool way that they implemented the varying weapon styles and systems. Like, I'm cool with that. Oh, where's our wavy branch? Here it is. Wavy branch! Go! Perfect. Alright, so we got the wavy branch. This guy's gonna get blatted. Too easy. Hey, Salty Medpack, welcome back, dude. I was just, in the last episode, I was talking about, how, you know, you changed my mind. Like, after our discussion yesterday, I reevaluated my opinion as far as, like, the game. And I realized, like, I was still in the mindset of, like, comparing this game to Dark Cloud 1. And, like, the whole reason I wanted to get into it, yeah, I still made it, like, I still have my opinions on it, but, like, it reminded me that, like, the whole reason I wanted to get into this, like, game first, is because I wanted to give my, like, unbiased opinion of this game as its own entity, right? Like, I didn't want to compare this game too hard or too closely with the first game. And I feel like I was unfair about how I've been addressing this game because I was still harking back to the first one so much. So in retrospect, like, thinking back, like, especially like when it comes to the fishing mechanic, like, the fishing in this regard for this quest, like, it's the requirement for you to go into the dungeon. Like, the fishing is the purpose for going into the dungeon, which was, like, one of my criticisms, like, is, like, you know, you don't spend enough time in the dungeon. But this is the reason you spend time in the dungeon. Like, I feel like whereas in the first game, like, you can sort of set your own goals as far as, like, okay, I want to level this weapon up. I feel like in this game, that's a bit more natural because just because of necessity, because of the quests that you have to do, whether it's like getting the materials to build the stuff in town or the fishing bait, which is what we need right now, that as a byproduct, like, so that's like the main reason, right? Like, you need those, but as a byproduct, you do the other stuff. So you naturally will level up your weapons and things because you're going through the dungeon like this. So that's the byproduct. Whereas I feel like in the first game, like the primary focus is like the weapon enhancing and that element of it. Whereas this game has its own quests that you need to follow and do, and the weapon enhancement, character leveling, stuff like that. Like that's kind of like a byproduct of you just having to do what you have to do for the quests. So in that instance, and you know, thinking from that mindset, like I feel a lot better about it, honestly. Like I still have my gripes, like, you know, technically speaking, between like trying to get bait and then fishing at this point, like we're basically 3 hours into the Nonky quest. But like even then, like that's not bad compared to some games. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with a 3-hour quest. Like I'm down for it, quite frankly. But like I guess that was my complaint, is just like I was treating it like this, it's still this optional thing that's just annoying and it's taking up time. But when I treat it like, oh, okay, well, this is almost more of a natural progression. We're having to do this out of necessity. And we're leveling and progressing in the dungeon just because of, you know, we have to do it. Like, we have to go here because we need the bait. The way this game's a bit more natural, as far as its, you know, progression, compared to the other, where, yeah, like, you'll still spend some time grinding, you know, in the first game, but for different reasons. Like you're not going to be grinding because you need fishing bait. You're going to be grinding because, well, you need this one specific weapon that's, you know, really effective against the boss because the boss is weak to fire or something, right? Like, you have to specifically build that weapon. Like, that's your purpose. Whereas this, it's kind of like, okay, well, I have a quest in this that I have to follow, you know? It's not just random dungeon delve, you know, just endlessly. So that pretty much wraps up my my newly acquired insight, if you will. Like, but no, like, no, I got to really thinking about you know, our discussion yesterday about it, and it's kind of like I wasn't being fair, and I wasn't considering this game unto itself. Like, what, like, you know, how does this game go about its, you know, its gameplay? Yeah, this game's combat is solid. Like, I will say, the combat in this, as well as just the weapon mechanics, as far as like leveling and stuff, like overall a lot better in this. Like, it's way more refined, I think. Like the first game, like the weapon mechanics and how like your weapons would perma break, like it was very against the user. Whereas this, like, I feel like there's a lot more, like, it's not easier, but like it's what do you call them? It's a bit more user-friendly in this. That's true. Yeah, like I haven't really gotten too like involved with the robot yet in this. Like, I replaced the weapon, and that's like all I've done so far. There's a lot of stuff in that regard I still need to do. And I feel like that's a lot of I feel like a lot of the robot stuff is going to be related to the garbage. Took my health away. Sorry, cough, cough. I feel like a lot of the robo stuff, and part of the reason I haven't gotten into it too far is because I feel like a lot of that's related to the inventing system, and taking the pictures, and I haven't really gotten into it. The robot parts are the easiest. I've got like tons of keys. Let's just use a key. I've got 6 keys. Cough, cough. We'll use that. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of the, I feel like the robot stuff's like a lot of the pictures and stuff, right? You'll lock one missile? Hey, I mean, I'm down for it. I mean, that sounds basically better than my hand cannon. Because that's basically what the hand cannon is right now for me. Basically just the rocket launcher of doom. straight up just blat blat over here. Yeah, because I haven't really done very many pictures, and I feel like I need to. Pretty much a military grade rocket silo. Man, you love to see it. I was gonna say, because right now I've got like the dang cannons on this thing, which are pretty solid unto themselves, but like, I'd be down for a rocket silo, man, not gonna lie. Like, if I can blat stuff from a distance, like, I'm down for it. There we go. Oh, what, you're gonna revive on me? Would be a shame if somebody did that. Didn't even sorry. Ding dang skeleton didn't even know how to survive. Twice, even. The fact that he's a skeleton means he already failed once. Then he had a second chance and he still messed it up somehow. Sad day for Mr. Skelly. But yeah, right now the whole reason that we're in the dungeon again is because I ended up catching all sorts of fish. Like, I caught so many fish, 2 of which are the Nonky that I needed, but neither were the size that I needed. So I'm hoping I did level up my rod. So I have 15 flight and then 8 strength and resilience. So I'm hoping that means we have a high enough level rod to maybe we can catch a big enough Nonky now. So we're going to get some more bait, and we've already gotten quite a bit of bait now. So that is very, very nice, because that means we're hopefully going to be able to do what we need to do here. But yeah, I'm hoping now that we've leveled our rod again, I'm hoping that means we have enough stuff to be able to catch it this time. Because we caught 2 Nonky, but neither were the 60 centimeters. A centimeter, yeah, centimeters. So I'm hoping this time we can actually make that work. Like I said, like, I'm treating this in terms of like, okay, well, this quest, as far as how long it's taken. So far, like, you know, we're basically 3 hours into catching the Nonky. Which I feel like that's not too bad as far as like quest length is concerned. If after this round of trying to catch the Nonky we end up still not catching it, like with the vast quantity of bait that we'll end up with, I feel like at that point then I have a little bit more room to bring up the sort of the balance in like its questing system, because like at that point I feel like it's almost like too much. Because like by the time we get through this, it'll probably put us at, you know, it'll probably put us like near like the 3.5 hour mark, and I mean that's still reasonable. By the time we catch more of the fish, it'll probably put us at like the 4 hour mark. If we still haven't caught the Nonky by like the 4 hour mark, I feel like that's pushing it for like a single quest length, sort of like a good threshold for quest length. I feel like at that point, like it might be pushing it a little bit too much. Garbage. Half of my health again. Good thing I've got something here. Gummy. Roast on up. Yum 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 yum. Delicioso. Okay. Hey you, Pumpkinhead. What? Don't know how to not explode or something? Never had that much issue with fishing. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I tried. I've been trying to catch fish, man, but like the RNG has really not been on my side, man. Like I caught all these. I caught 2 Nonky, but neither were the size that we need. I ended up catching a bunch of Boku. Caught some Picali. Like, yeah, RNG, man, has just really been, it's been bad. It's probably just me, you right. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I mean, you can't really do it wrong, though. There's not a wrong way to fish, though, right? Yeah, I'm rolling some 2s over here, man. Like, straight up. Like it's pretty rough, man. It's like the only other thing I could think to level up, I mean, you've got grip, which basically just makes it easier to catch stuff, from what I've seen. Like, you can catch stuff easier. Luck, like, I don't know. As far as luck, like, it's pretty vague what each of these do. I would imagine, though, strength so luck is good. Okay, because I leveled strength because that is what gives you the ability to catch bigger fish. Yeah, more luck, more fish. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I feel like strength, that's for catching bigger fish. Resilience, that makes it easier to like catch it to where it doesn't like break off immediately, right? Flight, I did level up flight a little bit, hoping that maybe I can catch one that's further. So I feel like I've leveled pretty good. Like the next go round, I'll probably level up luck some. And I feel like grip, I feel like that just makes it easier to catch fish. And I don't necessarily need too much grip. Like, I might put 1 or 2 into grip and then focus on luck for a bit. Get it up to maybe like 5 or something. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I've been fishing like I should be overall. Oh, okay, gotcha. So, yeah, it basically just makes it a little bit easier. Come on, Mimic. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Perfect. The more you reel in your fish, the more, yeah, rod builds up tension. Yeah, I was going to say, like, I've gotten better about fishing. Like, I've caught in a couple of big fish, and it's taken a little bit of work, but like, I've figured out like how you're supposed to like do the back and forth stuff, right? Hey, perfect. Alright. Cause like that was one thing that was tricky at first, like was just like the back and forth, trying to keep everything. Ding dang, devil. You're gonna have he halved my health again. Good thing I've got more gummies. Yum yum yum. I've got like all the fish, man. Like every single dang fish in the world is mine. Oh, sorry. I do not feel like doing any kind of song right now. I was going to pull a World Is Mine reference, but alas, my voice is not up to doing any World Is Mine today. Have one of these. Oh, man, I gave him a rock and he gave me an explosive. Here, have a second one. Just because I'm mad at you. Ah, got it. And don't move it, especially if you want to use the tension mechanic. Sometimes the tension will increase regardless. I was going to say, yeah, sometimes you actually don't want to reel in. Like, sometimes you want to, like, actually wait for it to, like, decrease the tension. Like, it's really like a game of, like, kind of playing out the tension gauge and, like, making sure you don't go over. So, like, that's actually, like, now that I like know the mechanic a bit better, it's actually been like a lot better. Like it didn't really take me that long to catch like all these fish. It really only took like maybe like 15-20 minutes maybe, and that was also with me also trying to fix the mic at the time because the mic was messing up on me. So like I already feel a lot better about the fishing as far as like from a me being able to actually do it standpoint. I was gonna say one thing that I do need to do still. I really need to go ahead and start leveling up some other weapons, because I would love to actually check out some of the other weapon routes, but also have some specterizing material, right? So more like you don't mirror the fish on the movements, especially on the big ones. Oh, does it? Okay. Okay, I'll have to pay attention to that next time, because yeah, like I would, because like, you know, I would just follow with how the arrow was directing it, right? And that seemed to keep it to where it was not like getting away right away, right? But yeah, if that's the case, maybe I do need to, yeah, I'll have to experiment a bit. I'll figure it out in time. Yeah, in due time, I'll get better at this. There's a ding dang fishing mechanic. Yeah, we'll get it working. Cough, cough. Hey, Pumpkinhead. Where you going, man? Well, you got the twirlies? Ah, impressive. You know what else is impressive? The Blat cannon. Sorry. Sorry, Max and his dang hand cannon is like the best thing that I've ever seen in this game. Man, the dang hand cannon is just so busted OP and I love it. Jeez, man. Man, the dang... Oh, garbage, I missed the material. Ah. Too busy grabbing the other material. That's okay, that's okay. It was probably just like a... It was probably bread. Probably just like some dough or something. For all I know. And repair that. Ugh. Cough. Man, I can't wait until I'm like better from this junk. Big dang bronchitis really kicked me, man. That being said, like, I'm doing a lot better overall, but like, I guess I'm just kind of like in the aftermath of it, which is like, ugh. Oh, oh, like that dodge. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, goodness. Also, don't cook the fish before you sell them. Oh, so if you cook the fish, then they're worth less if you go to sell them. I mean, honestly, though, the fish really aren't even worth much, though. They're like worth 50 a piece, and the bait's worth 40. So, unfortunately, well, I mean, once we get to the point where we can start buying bait, then maybe it's worth doing the fishing and stuff. But like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I feel like right now though, since the fish are small enough, like each fish is only worth like 50. So like right now, I think the turnaround isn't too good, but like, yeah, down the road when you start catching big stuff, that's probably worth more. Like, I imagine fishing will probably be a pretty decent moneymaker in this. Oh, it's a ding-dang happy clown present time. What you got to say, man? Alright, salty med pack. What are you thinking, red or yellow? I'll let you choose this time. That's what I've done with a couple of the other ones, too. Either I've, like, did a random roll, and then kind of went odds and evens, or, I defer to chat. So, what are you thinking, red or yellow? Red it is, man. What we got? Hey, you love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, thanks. I'll take it, man. I mean, to be fair though, that yellow paint though, looking pretty appetizing. Looking pretty good. That paint, that yellow paint, rare item. But nah, that's good. Like, that's the one thing that I do need to do. I doubt, like, I'll probably... Yeah, it is a good weapon, yeah. Like, because that's like a tier... Like, that's a build up 2, like, I think. It's already built up to 2, I think. So, that's, like, a pretty decent weapon already. Oh, where's that? There it is, yeah. Yeah, it's not that rare. Yeah, you can buy paint. Yeah, I'm joking about the paint. I think you could buy paint for like 20 gil from the elder guy in the back of the train. I think it's like legit like 20. Considering we are sitting at a comfortable 4,000 right now, like we're pretty solid on money. So I will say though, money, like, it's surprising how quick you can burn through gil in this game though, or gilda. Like, you burn through it pretty quick. It's just like, oh yes, I've got all the money. But then you go and have to buy some stuff and it's like, oh, I guess I'm out of money. Man, yeah, that's pretty much this game in a nutshell, really. Goodness. Let's see. But no, that wrench is good because, yeah, like, we can break that down pretty easy. Let me see, because what we might be able to do, yeah, Japanese currency. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Always add 2 zeros. Yeah, pretty much, right? Let's see. Because, yeah, let me double check. Yeah, drill wrench. Because to build this up, that actually needs a lot to build up. I'm gonna say, because we could theoretically work on leveling that a little bit, but it might actually be worth. Unstable, so nah. We're not gonna do it yet. I might work on leveling it a little bit before we synthesize it, but no, that'd be a good one. A good one to break down, yeah. Oh, okay, +5. Gotcha. Yeah, because unless it's plus, like, once it's +5, it's stable. But if you do it before that, then it's the unstable, and it probably has lower stats that it gives you. Recommend to get third dungeon to level it faster. Okay, I got you. Flat, flat. Man, not even a single chance. Recommend. Gotcha. All right. So yeah. We absolutely don't want to waste it then. Yeah, we'll hang on to it for a bit and then level it, and then break it down. Yeah, that'd be a good way to go about it. But in the meantime, we're rocking the megaton hammer and the hand cannon, and I am totally happy about that. Oh, hello. This looks like a job for explodey arm cannons. Garbage, I walked into that. Walked straight into the amplifiers. Got a ding-dang power crystal. Perfect. Those are actually really good. I like the power. Seems like those are like the rarer of the synthesis materials to get. Like, those are the ones that I've had, like, the fewest encounters with. And those are the ones that I seemingly need the most of. Which is unfortunate. Because, yeah, we definitely need more of them. And I don't have more of them. Which is unfortunate for me. Let's see. Any boxes? Hey, we'll take that. We'll take whatever is in you. Hey, a ding-dang battle wrench. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk about a ding-dang battle wrench? I would have, because I just got one. Oh, garbage, the little man's. Ow. Ooh, I'm about dead, actually. Hold up, I just realized something. Ding-dang gummies. Go! Consume! Alright, there we go. Flat those two. Nice. Grab you. Hey, another random box. Take it. Hey, got some thunder element. Dude, we have so many. We have a lot of material now, actually. Between now and the next time that we play, like the next stream, I'll probably spend some time leveling up some of the other weapons. Just because we have plenty of material to do so. But I don't think it'd be too interesting to like just watch like hours worth of grind just for the sake of like leveling weapons. And let's blat the dang tree man. There we go. Oh, now what we got? A map. Take a map. Pick up a dang rock. Throw a dang rock. Get nothing from it. Let's see. We got a lot of, man. That chamber up there though. That's like the whole collective. That's the whole tree enclave. Like, there's so many enemies in that little section up there. Like, goodness, man. Alright. I have joined the enclave of Tree Man. Where is the Tree Man? Oh, they're here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's the cool part, man. Like, yeah, that's the part that I really enjoy. Like, this game and the first. Like the random gen of just like it's cool. Like, especially for the time that these games came out, like this was like a cool concept for these games. You know what I mean? Like, pretty ding dang cool if you ask me. Oh, this robot though, this boomer over here. Uh-oh. Okay, for some reason I thought he was going to get stunned by that, but who needs to stun things when you can just blast them with exploding cannon arms? Maps have a high and low axis, unlike the first one. That's true. I will say, like, overall, like, dude, like, this game does so much right that they could and probably should have done in the first game. Like, straight up. Geez, 12 orange paint? Got all the paint, dude. Stompy, stompy. But yeah, this game does a lot of cool stuff that, like, they could have, like, done in the first. Like, I feel like the first game, like, was definitely, like, it was like the experimental arc of the Cloud series. Whereas this game, like, took what the first game did and, like, improved on it. Like, it just, this game's overall an improvement upon the first game. Like, just straight up, just a improvement. Like, the combat's better, the weapon mechanics and stuff are a lot better. Like, they just did a solid job with this game. You know, and I have my sort of critiques about it, but even then, like, you know, taking this game for what it is by itself, without the influence of the first game, like, I am a lot more I'm a lot more chill about this game, like, post sort of my Dark Cloud 1, you know, continuing rant, if you will, because like unto itself, this game as an isolated unit, I understand what it's doing a bit better now, whereas, like, you know, I was judging it a little unfairly compared to the first game. Like, you know, it's like, of course this game's not going to live up to the first game because it's not really trying to in the same way. Like, I was still trying to, like, justify this game's quests and progression based on the first game when this game's not the first game. So, in that regard, I feel a lot better about this game now. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like it's its own experience, and, like, I feel like with me, like, and that's kind of how I wanted to come to this game, you know, originally anyway, is, like, I want to treat this game as its own thing, so I don't, like, sort of, I didn't want to switch to Monica. I mean, Monica's cool, what with the magic and such, but does Monica have a hammer and a literal exploding cannon as a sidearm? Not really. Not really, no. But no, like, no, in that regard, like, no, I feel a lot better about my approach to this game now, just because of, like, you know, like, approaching it again from that, like, unbiased, like, this game is its own game, mindset. In other words, thank you, Salty Medpack, for, jumping on stream and reminding me of, my whole goal of trying to play this game to begin with. Because, like, oh boy, after that one episode, man, like, of, I think it was episode 6, I was doing the one, I had to try to catch that one fish, like the big fish king guy. I spent, like, really, like, a long time on it. I got so annoyed. Like, that's the point where, like, I started to kind of get irked about this game. But, like, but no, like, you jumping on stream has, like, you know, in our dialogue from yesterday and stuff, like, really reminded me of, like what I want to get out of, like, playing this game again, like, playing this experience over. So it's like, pretty dang cool, is what I'm trying to say. It's pretty dang cool. And, like, you know, going into it with a, you know, a reopened mindset has really kind of made me enjoy this a lot more again. So I don't know. The whole lot of me just rambling on about this, that, and the other is more or less what I'm saying. But no, overall, like, this game's really good. Like, it's just a solid game. And I'm glad that I'm in a mindset of, like, really enjoying it again. Cause yeah, I was getting a little bummed out with my back and forth comparisons before, but yeah. Now I've got a bit more of a fresh lease on this game, and yeah, treating it as its own thing again, which is what I wanted to do in the first place. In other words, I'm just gonna keep chucking rocks and getting repair powder. That's the actual true goal of this game. Continue to just accumulate repair powder. That's really all you gotta do. That and just slam some mimics into the ground. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say we're going to be pretty full on this. Thump some of this. What I'll probably do, we'll use a key. I'm going to be doing some more fishing here soon. What I'll probably end up doing, like let's see, because how much bait? I probably got plenty of bait. Oh yeah, we got a decent amount of bait. So what we'll do is I've got some more bait up here too, actually. The carrots didn't seem to catch anything though. I tried to use the carrots and they didn't really seem to catch anything in the lake. Like nothing was biting. What I'll probably do, I'll finish out like this floor and then like we'll transition to the next episode. Like I gotta use the restroom straight up. So we'll transition to the next episode, and then when we come back, we're gonna be getting into the fishing. Is probably what we'll do. Yeah. The carrots are for for the mountains. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for it. Because yeah, right now we have a decent amount of bait. So what we'll do, I'll get back to town real quick, and then we'll transition to the next episode. I'll use the restroom, of course, and then jump back on. So. In other words, that's a lot of me trying to say, I'm pretty much ready to fish now. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, we're just gonna do that real quick, then set us up for the next episode, being able to fish and whatnot. Ding dang exit, need to chop down the ding dang tree. Where in the world is the ding dang tree? There it is. Alright, so let's see. We'll drop that via the fairy saw. You'll love to see it. Perfect. Ding dang perfect. If I do say so myself. Alright, so what we'll do, exit dungeon, yeah. Yeah, because we have plenty of bait now, so we can just jump into the fishing part. Because, I mean, we could we could just finish out the whole dungeon set, but we don't really need to. Let's see, move on to Palm Brinks. Ding dang old Palm Brinks. When I'm ending the stream, I'm gonna be sticking around for a while. I'll probably do one more episode, so that'll probably take us until probably 11:30. I generally try to wrap up around 12 o'clock my time, so I've got basically about an hour and a half left of streaming that I'm gonna do. So hey, feel free to stick around if you want, unless you've got other stuff you gotta do. You know, it's up to you if you gotta get some sleep. No, I should probably be getting some sleep. But no, I'll probably be playing for about another hour and a half or so. So, I figure probably 15 or 20 so minutes of that would be fishing now. But, yeah. But, I am going to go ahead and save this just in case. I know PlayStation 4 is a little finicky with some of its, older game re-releases, right? So I know I've had some issues with what's the other one that I play on here? Oh, I don't know. Some they do lock up sometimes, which is very bad. That's all I'm gonna say. So I do not want PlayStation 4 to be messing me up here, because we've made way too much progress to alright, so we can't do that. Alright, so yeah, what we'll do, I'll go ahead and transition us over to the next episode. I gotta use the restroom, I'll be right back, and then we'll continue on, do some fishing, hopefully catch a ding dang fish that's big enough, and we'll all be happy. We'll all be happy. But yeah, thank you to all you Coop operatives out there for jumping by today. Anybody else that happened to join me on the couch today as well. Yeah, Salty Medpack as well as Redwind. Thanks for jumping by. Yeah, I'll be right back. Don't think I'm actually leaving. I'm doing this for the sake of the YouTube, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'll be right back. See you soon.